This episode is packed with a lot of action. We are going to talk about the gold-backed stablecoin, its possible implementation, and who might be the first to accept it, because I feel that its advent is very close at hand. Additionally, we will talk about XRP as well as the most recent election process. The prisoner Ellison ought to be sentenced to jail time, and the collapse of FTXCL ought to also be considered. There is a lot of material to go over, so we will cram. It is time for us to dive headfirst into this matter. Please pardon the slightly lengthier introduction that I present. Do you have any thoughts? In comparison to the price of Bitcoin, which has decreased by 93% over the course of the previous day, Ethereum is getting close to its lowest point at 23.23. A total of 1.26% was achieved by both USDT and USDC. Because their dollar pegs for XRP have a mean of 53 cents, we were hoping to surpass 54 cents in order to achieve our goal. We went back to do it today rather than doing it yesterday. We have returned to the low point of the 53s. At the moment, the total market value of all cryptocurrencies is currently at $2 trillion and $8 billion, representing a decrease of 1.42%. Take a look at this. I have been working at Kwon on a DCA, as I said previously in the sentence. I would say that we have been working there for approximately 5 months at this point. Even when I purchased my DCA from 2 different exchanges, it is still sitting there. You can check it out on one of my accounts, and I will provide you with an update in real time. Approximately $110 was the price at which I began purchasing shares, and I was earning $400 per month at the time. Over the course of the previous, possibly the most recent 2 months, I raised it to $400 per week. I apologize, but I decided to raise it to $800 each week in order to alleviate some of the pressure on my DCA. In the end, I am aware of the direction that Kwon is going. When it comes to Kwon, it is highly probable that it will achieve an all-time high of $1,000. I say this with complete candor. When cat moves, and we are going to see a swift 30% push, which will take it back to that $100 threshold. Sitting at current prices of $71 is useless, because cat moves whenever it moves. In the present moment, one of the exchanges is displaying my average at $88, but when I take into account the other change, my DCA is hovering around $80, which indicates that everything is operating perfectly. I will cease purchasing kwon as soon as it reaches $80 because the price of my dollar cost average has now reached the same level as the price of kwon. In addition, I will not buy it at a price lower than that DCA level. If there is a further decrease in price, I will continue to switch up the items that I buy. The question is, where will I look next? There is a possibility that I will add additional chain links or allo along with the XLM possible H-bar, but these additions will not cost you anything. The most attractive aspect of DCA is that it only costs $10 for 3.5 years of treatment, which is something that everyone ought to be carrying out. You will have the opportunity to invest your weekly contribution in a cryptocurrency that has not yet suffered a bubble if you boost it to $800. This will allow you to take advantage of the opportunity. Given that you are now familiar with the token that we have only recently presented, let's get started. Over the course of time, a weekly contribution of $20 or $30 will accumulate. The price of XRP has been surpassed, which is a fantastic accomplishment when one considers that we reached our highest point at 60 cents and are presently stable within a range of 30 cents. The number of tokens that we have available is capped at 500 million. As can be seen, we were the market leaders in terms of profit on Bitmart. Users of Bitmart are able to access the platform. Each and every exchange in the world is responsible for connecting these 500 million units. Let's have a peek at the pricing of some other cryptocurrency outsets that are currently available with a quantity of 500 million. You should investigate Avalanche as well as ICP and Solana. None of them are far away. A total of 500 million tokens will be used as the supply token barrier or total circulating token. We have the same amount available. The utility will be delivered to the customer. It is almost time for the games to start. Because of the entrance of the metaverse, users will be required to purchase tokens that are necessary. I would like to know the approximate price of these tokens. We are on the approach of vanishing from existence. Currently, you are able to find us on CoinGecko. Answer from Livecoin Watch is something I'm looking forward to. The following step is for you to investigate the more than 150,000 trade volumes that we have in a 24-hour period. I am merely attempting to maintain my standing here. Even though it has been up for 2 days, the chart indicates that it is not yet finished, which is why I'm informing you so early. This item took off yesterday night and became a major topic of conversation on Twitter, right? Early times and the value of this thing are currently being discussed. At this point, I am not certain. Your identity is not a mystery to you. Have you given any thought to winning? Please leave a remark below. Even though I am unable to view any comments, including the oldest ones, I am aware that Donald Trump confronted Harris and instructed her to go to the White House as soon as possible and wake up. There should be a legislation to close the border that Biden should sign. As of tonight, you might be able to pull it off. You should proceed to finish it. Now, he announced we are going to go out together, allowing you to go and sign the bill. Following the revelation that she had lied so many times the previous evening, she has decided not to sign it. It is clear that she does not have a strategy because she continues to tell everyone that she has a plan, but she does not reveal the specifics of that plan to you. In the event that you are an investor in cryptocurrencies, you are aware that Hillary is against the technology and that Trump is in favor of the United States taking the lead in this field. When the United States of America takes the initiative, it will force the rest of the world to follow suit by addressing crypto and adopting laws and regulations against it. When it comes to getting institutions interested in cryptocurrencies, this is an essential step that must be taken. It is necessary to make a demand in order to encourage institutions to enter the cryptocurrency industry. We are in need of someone in the office who is like this. It is only roughly 56 days till the election, which means that there will be exciting times ahead, particularly if we pick a president who is in favor of cryptocurrencies. It is necessary for us to have this in order to attract institutional capital into these markets. Regarding the market capitalization of cryptocurrency exchanges, please refer to the following. Considering the market value of Bitcoin exchanges, we require the presence of a pro-crypto advocate within the office. The gold-backed stablecoin was the topic of conversation yesterday, and I am interested in watching this movie once more. At this point, I would like to talk about the ways in which we might put this into action. In the event that we were to once more be given a stablecoin that was made of gold, it would be of great significance. In this video, I would like to discuss 3 significant components of how to comply with legal and regulatory requirements. It is possible to assert that the Bretton Woods Accord was the origin of the first stablecoin that was founded on gold reserves and blockchain technology. Listen to what I have to say. To the best of my knowledge, the dollar, along with other currencies, was dependent on a predetermined value of gold. The Bretton Woods Agreement is the fundamental distinction between the post-stable coin and the Bretton Woods Agreement. The Bretton Woods Agreement is dependent on gold, which is a genuine store of value, but the post-stable coin not. Obviously not. It is dependent on the expenditures of the government as well as the risk posed by geopolitical situations, which is the reason why we have lost more than 25% of our purchasing power over the course of the past 5 years. On the other hand, we could learn something from the fact that the Bretton Woods Agreement prohibited the convertibility of gold. In accordance with my directive, Secretary Connolly has been told to temporarily cease the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserves. As a consequence of this, the United States was able to maintain its gold reserves, whilst the rest of the world continued to be in possession of dollars that were almost worthless. The fact that people felt obligated to continue using them was the reason why they were considered important. On the other hand, they discovered that they were unable to escape a system that would reduce their purchasing power. Instead of being left with phony currency, they would have been able to protect their wealth if they had owned vast amounts of gold instead of us. It is for this reason that every single person ought to have actual gold. In the present moment, I do not know how you feel about it, but I do not believe that the government of the United States or the Federal Reserve are looking out for my best interests. It is important to them that I protect my wealth. Therefore, they want me to maintain my riches outside of the system, because they believe